Hi, welcome to Monterey's Cooking. I'm coming to you from Monterey Bay, folks. I'm in it. We're on the Tornado. My buddy Chris Archelaus let me use his boat today. It's called Chris's Fishing Fleet. And I thought I'd show you what the outside of our Fisherman's Wharf looks like, okay? Maybe we'll go watch people eat and let's see what's going on. Okay, this is the end of the wharf, all right? This is one of the restaurants, been in the family for years. I know, we know that all the people that run it. Waving, hey, how we doing there, boys? They also have a beautiful observation deck up there where you can see the whole harbor. And you have a beautiful, look at these glass bottom boats. This is also a public pier where we're visiting. Large ships will come and tie up for the public viewing. This has recently been put in. This is nice. So look at it. Over here's our wharf theater. This is it. Like I said, the outside. And there they do live plays. Very good. Been in the family for many, many years. Called the Wharf Theater. Is that exciting? Then further down. How far down can you go, Anthony? How far can we be able to go? That's it? Okay, this is as far as we're going to go. Okay, in the rest, you see all these great restaurants down this way, and gift shops, and of course, great seafood. Let's go on the other side and see what's going on there. Okay, all around me, folks, right in front of you see sea lions, sea otters, different types of birds. Look at you can rent a kayak here and get real close to these animals. I mean, it's like a living zoo is what it is. We've got a beautiful walkway up on top that just traverses our whole ocean, our whole coastline. What a way to spend the day. Some of these boats are used as second homes or weekenders. Great place for a party. What we're looking at now is our commercial wharf where the fishing boats unload and where restaurants pick up all their seafood. Okay, we're now going into our inner harbor where you can see it's very, very well protected. Isn't this beautiful? This is one of the best places in the world. We're so lucky to live here. Well, as you can see, there's all types of boats here. A lot of sailboats. Monterey's very well known for the ability to have a great day out on the bay sailing. These are the commercial fishing boats that are in use today. A lot different than the wooden ones. These are all metal. These are used for squid and anchovy, sardines, mackerel. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little trip we did. All this salt there has sure got me hungry. So I'm going to say goodbye to the skipper and we're going to go cook something. Now, folks, I want you to introduce you to John Cotta from Baywood Cellars. John, how are you?
Fine.
Okay. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming today.
Thank you, John.
John has a very nice winery and a tasting room. His tasting room is in Cannery Row, and your vineyards are literally all over Central California.
Right.
And you produce some very, very nice wines, which we're going to cook with today. Okay, I'm going to make some sauces. We'll fool around. Now, you know how to eat a steak, right? You know how to cook a steak.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I know you know how to eat a steak. All right. This is a porterhouse. Let me show you. We're going to do some fun stuff. You have some very, very nice red wines that I want to team up with this food. All right. So I want you to start thinking about it. But let's start talking about some of the white wines that you have too, while I get this steak ready to go. What are some of your whites?
We have a Monterey County Chardonnay, which is typical Chardonnay from the Greenfield area. We also have a Gewürztraminer from the same area. We have a Symphony that is our Muscat hybrid grape. And we're also coming out with a late harvest Symphony, which will be a real great dessert wine.
Wow. Let's talk about the Symphony. Now, this is a wine that has just absolutely got my imagination.
The Symphony is a hybrid grape of two varieties. It's a cross of Muscat of Alexandria and Grenache Gris. It pretty much takes after the Muscat parentage in the flavor, but it doesn't have the bitterness like a Muscat, so we don't have to make it as sweet as most of the Muscats that are on the market. Well,
I tell you, I tasted it, and it is becoming my favorite white wine, believe me. Very, very good.
Yeah, a lot of people like it. It's one of our best sellers.
Okay, John, what I just did was rub it down with olive oil. I used some of my spices, salt, pepper, and we threw it on our grill. And that's it. Now, let's do a filet mignon with this red wine sauce. And I'm going to do this like this. Okay? We'll get this pan real hot. We're going to season this guy up.
Is that a filet mignon?
Filet mignon, USDA prime. Look at that marbling. Man, oh man. Now, John, let's talk about your mom and dad and who started the vineyards and how long ago did they actually, when did they, now, where you came from, where? Your parents?
My parents were born here, but their parents were from Portugal.
Okay.
My grandfather on my father's side was from the Azores, and my mother's side is from mainland Portugal.
Oh, really?
And my grandfather, Cotta, came down in 1924, and he started in the dairy business. He bought a piece of property in Lodi that had some old vineyard on it. And my dad, when he was 7 or 8 years old, started the liking of the farming the grapes. Probably didn't care for the smell too much on the dairy. So
dairy can get a little ripe.
They eventually sold the dairy and then started growing grapes.
Really? And where did all what did they do with all the fruit?
We sold to wineries. Usually was Gallo at that time, and Mondavi was buying in the area.
So this was your grandfather then, and so that goes back. That has to go back a few years. Thank you. That has to go back a few years.
Oh yeah, 1924 he came from there. He was 19.
Oh my. Okay. Like your meat rare or well done?
I like, my favorite is charred medium.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's see if we can char medium for you. Yeah, I'm going to do this real quick. Pretty easy. All right. So what wine do you think we should do with this?
We should use our Monterey Merlot. You
got it. That's I'm going to make a sauce out of that. I'm going to brown this up really nice. And we got the Merlot. And I don't want to overcook this. And let's see what we got here, John. Yeah, it's looking good. It's not a bad looking porterhouse. It's about our size, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. I could do that. Okay, that's up. Now this, if you enjoy cooking at home,
I want you to see how easy this is. This is going to be simple. That meat is perfect. No, filet, you don't want to cook it too much because what'll happen, you'll lose a lot of that flavor if it gets too cooked. Okay, we're going to go garlic like this. A lot of garlic. And a lot of shallots. So I want to put about 4, 5, 6 shallots in there. So tell me about your growing up on a farm. What was that like?
It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of seclusion. There was always plenty of work to do, though.
Uh-huh.
We never went hungry, but we were always working till late.
Wow.
And
when did you get interested in the vineyards, John?
I started making wine in 1986 under the Las Viñas label.
Uh-huh.
And that was, we had success with that, but being in the Central Valley from Lodi wasn't really a place where you can make top quality wines.
Mm-hmm.
So we started buying some grapes from different parts of the coast, Napa, Sonoma, Monterey,
mm-hmm.
San Luis, and then my brother and I, we decided to get some property on the coast and convert the whole winery system over to a coastal winery.
Really? Uh-huh. Well, I'm sure you're impressed with the grapes. The grapes are better on the coast than they are in San Joaquin?
Sure, yeah, they are.
Why is that?
It's the climate. It's just a little too warm in the valley,
mm-hmm.
and you get more fruit intensities in the cooler climates. It is harder to grow. That's why grapes from the coastal areas are more expensive, and the ground is more scarce, so everything all around is more expensive. But you get more intensity of flavors from your cooler climates.
Right. Okay, so let's fry this for a minute. Okay, this is sauteed about 5, 6 minutes. John, let's add some of that Merlot.
Okay.
All right, let me do that. Real high heat. Whoa, that's it. Just let it go down. Our other steak's going beautifully. Let's see how that is. That's still pretty raw. Steak is raw because I can just feel it. There's a certain way of telling. You like the barbecue, I'm sure.
Sure.
Sure. Okay. So, how many brothers and sisters do you have in the family?
I have 2 brothers, no sisters.
Okay, the boys in the business?
Yes, my younger brother and I are in the winery end of it.
Uh-huh.
And my older brother, he grows grapes, but he's not involved.
Now, you go to winemaking school also?
Yes, I went to Davis.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, you see when this evaporates?
Uh-huh.
We want that almost to be a little bit on the sticky side. And then I'm going to add a touch of cream. Just like that. Just to make it a little extra rich because I don't think it's rich enough. Okay, this get ready to go. Now we got the juices. Okay, it didn't lose too much juice. Okay, this is, you see how this is getting nice and rich? We're gonna let that just one more second. This guy's going great. We're gonna pull that off in about 1 minute. I'll show you what we're gonna do. This is ready. Okay, that one's done. We can put that up here. This one can go this way. This can come over here. Let me see what we got. Yeah, this guy's pretty close. We'll hold that one off. Now, what I'm going to do with this one, we need a garnish for this. And I found a porcini. What do you call these in Portuguese?
Mushroom.
Okay. That sounds good to me. Don't have, you guys, no word for porcini.
Can't think of it.
Huh? Okay.
They probably don't eat those there because they picked the wrong ones.
Could be. That's why there's not many Portuguese around, huh? Okay, we're going to slice this up like this, like this, like this. Put it right in there. Look at this mushroom. This is a weird looking mushroom. Like this. I'm going to give this just a little bit of butter. And we're just going to give it a little bit of onion to give it a little bit more flavor in there. Like that. Woo! Look at this mushroom. You ever see a mushroom like that?
Last time I was on the show, I think.
Really? But this is a weird shaped one, though, I'll tell you. Okay. Okay, this is going to take a few minutes. Okay, while the oil's getting hot, look how beautiful this mushroom cooked up, John. Looks like a steak, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Yeah. That's a nice one. So how often do you come to Monterey? Now, I understand you're a pilot.
Yes. I fly to Monterey. Not as much as I'd like to, but whenever I need to come down, it's easy enough. It's only a half-hour flight versus a 3-hour drive in a car.
Yeah, what kind of plane you got?
I fly a Cessna. It's a twin engine. They call it a 421.
Uh-huh. Very safe?
Yes.
That's
one of the
good.
safest planes. Has a real good safety record.
Uh-huh. Good. Well, I'd like to know what your favorite wine is, John, and the family's.
My favorite wine?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite?
Not really. You know, every wine has its own purpose, and it's made. You know, the grapes produce certain flavors that's what they're made to do, and you know, I can appreciate every wine for what it is.
Watch out.
It's like if you have children, you know, you don't favor one over the other.
I do. and I tell them that too. You're out of the will. I'm spending it all. You're all out of it. John, I just diced up some potatoes, half butter, or not half, but 3/4 olive oil, a little butter. These are the mushrooms. These are ready. Just put them right over here. Like that. Like that. That steak goes. That's ready. That goes like this. This takes a couple of minutes. We'll let this cook. This should cook in about 5-6 minutes and she'll be ready to go. Okay, so now the potatoes are just like, see, nice and brown. Let's finish them off with a little bit of onion and bell peppers. And like this. So John, if somebody wanted to order a nice big bottle of wine for a baptism, for communion, for whatever, can they do that?
Oh yeah, we can do that. We have those in the tasting room. There's also a specially made shipper so that we can ship them without breaking.
Wow.
The bottle weighs about 40 pounds, and you don't want to drop it. It'll break. But they're done by hand. There's no machine large enough to bottle those. And the whole thing, they're filled and corked and labeled all by hand, which brings the price up. They're a little pricey.
Yeah, but you know what? What an item for a wedding, for a baptism, for a birthday, any special occasion.
Oh, sure.
Bring out a bottle of wine, open it, pour it, and then have everybody sign it, and becomes a momentum for the person.
Sure.
You know,
right.
I've been doing that for years now.
Yeah, they use them in anniversaries a lot.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Great idea. Now you have sparkling wines also.
Yes, we do.
Okay. And you're manufacturing that yourself?
Uh-huh.
Good.
We do sparkling wine as a very small production.
Uh-huh.
It's done Méthode Champenois, the traditional champagne style of France.
Yes.
We have Napa Valley Chardonnay in the blend with some Pinot Noir, but our case production is in the hundreds.
Oh,
200
very small.
max. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot of work to make bottle fermented champagne.
Yep. John, are you ready to eat?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna have, this is a parsley and garlic blend. And we put that in right at the end because we don't really want that to cook. We want that to kind of jump out at you. So what wine are we gonna use with this?
Monterey Merlot.
Oh. What do you want, the porter or the filet?
I'll try a little of both.
Nah. You gotta go one or the other. I don't share. Folks, I want to thank you for tuning in. John, thank you. A lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thanks for putting up with me, buddy. Okay, Baywood Cellars. He's down on Cannery Row. Look for Baywood Cellar in your finer grocery stores and finer restaurants all over the country. Right?
Right.
Okay. See you next time.